very glad to be here. My name is Bobby Lee. I'm the co-founder of BTCC, the very first Bitcoin exchange in China that was launched in 2011. I'm also a board member of the Bitcoin Foundation since 2014. I'm very eager. I'm very happy to be here as a special honored guest for Decenturion for this Congress. I'm excited to be part member of this organization. I'd like to learn more about all the different projects, what the citizens are doing. And most importantly, I want to help to see how we can apply blockchain to the projects, to the world. Because in my mind, sometimes it's difficult to apply blockchain to real world activities, but I'm sure there might be good solutions, so I'm happy to be involved to help evaluate what kind of projects are suitable for blockchain. Or maybe some projects are great, but they don't need the blockchain, but they can also be decentralized in many ways. I think the future is that digital currencies will be a way to store value, the way to have their assets appreciate over time, because this is such a huge area of growth. In the whole world today, there's over 200 countries with 200 governments. So the way I see the world is governments are ultimately run by the people. If the people are not happy with the governments, they change the government. So the fact that we now have Bitcoin cryptocurrencies, I think it's going to give people of the world a new tool, a new reason to hold their government to higher accountability. Right? In the old days, without the technology, governments can arbitrarily release a currency, can arbitrarily inflate it through inflation, and arbitrarily, chop off zeros and take money away from people. So I think with blockchain, people now have a choice. They will hold their government to better accountability, and I think that's very important. So whether it's Decenturion or other sort of blockchain states, I'm looking forward to how people can use this technology by holding cryptocurrencies, by holding private keys to a higher standard. Well, first comes to mind is for fundraising, for nonprofits, for relief, global relief, whether it's hurricane, earthquake, tsunamis, other disasters. So whether it's the Red Cross, if you think about organizations like the Red Cross or UNICEF, they're central organizations with a lot of resources spent on collection of donation, collection of money. A lot of that is used in collection process. Now with blockchain, with cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, down the road you can have new organizations, charity organizations that can collect money on a massive scale just by having a QR code of an address. Everyone can donate anonymously, and all that money can be well spent by the charity organization. And people all over the world can donate. You don't have to just live in a certain country or have access to a certain banking system. So people all over the world can make payments and help with disaster relief. That's just for charity work. Of course, it's already affecting the fundraising industry. The fundraising industry, whether it's crowdfunding, crowd sales, whether it's ICOs, whether it's eventually, what they call security token offerings. I think it's going to change that landscape as well, because the flow of funds no longer has to go through fiat money, it could go through crypto money directly. So even though earlier we made some mistakes where with utility tokens there's no governance, no dividend, no equity structure, I think in the future with security tokens we will have better governance, liquidity preferences with dividend rights and accountability. So I think that's also very exciting. But all of that will be done with digital currency tokens with private keys.
In us, we trust.